The following program contains language, images, and/or subject matter that may be objectionable to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Direct from Albany, New York, it's time for The Media Zone with your hosts, Ed and Dave. Tonight, a look at this week's new film and DVD releases. And the chance to win free movie tickets with the Poster Pairs game. And now your hosts, Ed and Dave.
Hello, welcome to the Media Zone. Ed and Dave here, Ed and Dave with you. I'm just going to tidy up my desk quick. We don't need any of this on the end of the desk anymore.
You'll need it eventually, don't you?
No, we don't use that anymore.
We don't? We don't hold any of that stuff? You didn't do your clapper?
I didn't do the clacker, for one thing.
Oh.
We were just clapping our hands to get the sound check in.
But we didn't even do that.
We didn't do, so we don't need that. And then I don't hold this up anymore because we have King
We
Kong.
have King Kong, right.
So all of this can be put in the storage area. We are going to use the gun if we get the big winner. I think 4 or more tickets on the wheel.
Oh, is that the requirement?
I don't know how many are left in here.
Don't be a John Eric Hexum.
Didn't you let one off by mistake?
In my face.
Right in the producer's face when he was moving that.
Oh, dear.
So tonight we've only got 3 films, Dave.
Oh.
And they're pretty bad.
How would you... Have you seen them?
I've seen the trailer.
You see the trailer and that tells you...
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, we have God's Not Dead 2.
Oh, there was a 1?
There was a 1. That's a surprise, and we probably did it.
Do they have group...
I didn't see the group ticket thing on this one.
All right.
Miles Ahead, I believe that's the Miles Davis story.
All right.
And The Dark Horse, which is a very odd film, I think a foreign film. I didn't even look at the trailers that closely. I just threw them together in the editor.
Well, you know what? Yeah, we're here just to let people know what's coming out.
What's coming? We don't review
Not to
them.
judge, even though you've already said they're all crap.
Right.
But we're just letting them know what's coming out. Mm-hmm. They can make their decision. Then we'll show them what's out on DVD, and they can decide they want to go pick something up. So really, we're just informing the public of one, who apparently is Rich Morrell.
Now you say that, Dave, and
Yes.
you were greeted by a fan out in downtown Albany.
Yeah, I don't like to use the word fan because that kind of lends itself to the theory that I'm a star of some sort, which clearly I am not. But yes, someone recognized me and gave us, or was telling me and wanted me to pass along to you that he loves the show, thinks it's great, thinks it's funny, and says everyone needs a laugh, and he's glad that we are providing him with some humor. And you know what? That's a nice thing.
That's nice to hear.
That's actually the only reason why I do the show.
That's
really. Not to see you guys.
Oh, Jesus. That's the main reason we're doing the show. We get together once a month.
Is that the reason? For you, maybe.
It's nice to get together.
What's that?
And me.
And you? All right.
It's nice to get together, see your old friends from high school, which is very rare.
Right.
A lot of people have reconnected on Facebook, Dave, with their old, and some have even gotten married from Facebook. Jimmy Schmidbauer.
Oh.
I think Michelle Squider, I believe, are the 2 that I see got together.
You think I can get Diane Rissler to leave her husband and reconnect with me?
Yeah, did she engage or did she get married?
Oh, I thought she was married.
I'm not sure. She
Isn't
got
her
married.
last name Martz?
That was the old marriage.
Oh, so there was an opportunity there between.
Well, unfortunately, I believe she's in California as a problem.
Well, you know what? Love knows no boundaries, Ed.
I would suggest that you get on your Facebook more. You're not on there a lot.
I'm not on there at all.
Reconnect with some of our old high school friends. Maybe there'll be a connection there that's more natural than these dating sites they have. I don't know if you're familiar with them, but you don't always get a winner on there.
No, you don't. You don't.
Winner, chicken dinner.
There's plenty of fish in the sea, but some of them are diseased.
Some of them have 3 eyes. Some have little legs. Yeah, that's yeah. What's that guy? But wait a minute, we're getting away from...
Some of the fish were caught and then thrown back with a hook in its mouth.
You know what? Let me tell you something, man. I am one of those fish that has been thrown back. So, you know, who am I to judge? But anyway, let's get back to Rich Morell,
right?
Who just said that he enjoys the show and feels that, you know, we should continue because he enjoys it, and that's, you know what, that's good. That's not. I'm very happy to hear that. That's very nice to hear that we're at least giving someone a little pleasure and enjoyment.
Now, I don't know if you've just for 20 years that we have 4 viewers, but there are more viewers.
That many?
Out there, yes. Sometimes 3 or 4.
Okay. Well,
there are people out there. They don't always write in. I don't know why, and we should mention this here. We have a game at the end of the show where there's an opportunity to win 10 free movie tickets, 2 at the very least.
Right. And it's just an email.
All you have to do is email in. Now, people, when the Metroland was still working, they had those contests in there. You used to have to mail in a self-addressed stamped envelope to get tickets. This is just an email. We provide the stamps even. And the envelope to send it back to you.
Yeah, you don't have to write it. You don't have to get up off the chair or couch or floor and get a piece of paper and a pen, scribble something down, grab an envelope, fold it up, throw it in there, seal it, walk out to the mailbox, throw it in there, put the little flag up, and have it. No, just while you're there, cruising, the porn like I do. Just, just say, let me type in to the media zone. Boom, 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 you're done, and then you can go back to whatever category you're particularly interested in for that night, day, afternoon.
Now, I was thinking today, Dave, it would be interesting to get like a 20-year-old person down here and recount. I don't know if a lot of them are aware. We kind of rode the wave of technology.
I'm not sure where you're going with this.
No, I think, you ever see these videos on YouTube where they'll put a kid in front of a computer, a Windows 95?
Oh, okay.
And they're watching it and they're amazed at how it's turning out. And this is computer. I was just thinking of the days we grew up when there was just 3 channels on TV.
Well, 4.
With the PBS.
Yes.
Nobody watched that really. And then when cable came into the neighborhoods, and that was very exciting. And then HBO came in, and you watched those late night movies. There are actual boobs in your own house, Dave.
There were actual boobs, and if you were watching like the movie The Betsy, you got more than boobs.
But Kathleen Beller, who I believe is at the Cheller show.
Is she? With clothes?
Yeah, with clothes and with 30 years in. It's from the Betsy.
At this point, I'll take anything.
You'll take.
Actually, that's not true.
No.
That's not true. Because I could have taken something.
Yeah, you can take it, but you gotta represent yourself sort of well in your picture. You can take out a few lines with Photoshop or something, but you can't come in looking like you're as smooth as silk, and then there's a lot of cracks and crevices from heavy smoking or time in the sun.
I look at my picture, and my picture is loaded with lines and all that, but I think I look better in person than in my picture. So I think when people see my picture, they're like, oh, no. But when they see me in person, they're like, it's not that bad.
I think what you have to do is add a few lines and crevices with Photoshop, and then when they see you in person, they're, wow, that's even better.
Well, that could be, but if you have too many lines and crevices, then they're not going to even be interested in meeting you at all.
Yeah, just enough to entice someone in.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Just to tickle and bring them in. We have movies to do.
All right,
it's a movie show.
I know we're putting these movies off as long as possible.
You don't want to do them. You don't even like them.
No, let's not do any this week. No, we have to do them. That's what we're here to provide a service.
Is that
comedy and film.
Yeah.
Looking over.
And the comedy part's already over.
Comedy. Well, more comedy to come.
All right.
Okay. God is not dead too.
Wow. It's just not God is not dead. God's not dead.
God's not dead. Yeah, there it is.
There we go.
Pure Flicks Entertainment.
Was that Pat Boone?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was Pat Boone.
He's not in my read here. Melissa Joan Hart, Ernie Hudson, and Jesse Metcalf is in here, or are in here. God's Not Dead 2 centers on Grace, a Christian teacher who is
Grace, what a name.
Who was forced before a judge for honestly answering a question about Jesus in the classroom. With the principal and superintendent joining forces with a zealous civil liberties group, Grace faces an epic court case that could cost her a career she loves and expel God from the classroom.
God has no place in the classroom.
Rated PG for some thematic elements.
Oh.
God is not supposed to be in the classroom anymore, right?
Not unless it's a religious class you're taking.
Why is this even a film? Maybe this takes place in the 70s or something.
I don't know. I just don't understand.
A lot of wasn't he on something?
He's in a lot of stuff.
I'm seeing a lot of actors who should be embarrassed by it.
I think you're seeing actors that need a job, is what you're seeing.
There's the guy fresh off of Bobby Ewing's son in the Dallas.
Young and Restless.
Who? Jesse Metcalf? Or somebody else? The other guy. Anybody else we're spotting whose careers are in the John here? Who's from the Goldberg?
She's from Melissa and Joey.
Yeah.
And Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Larissa.
Civil liberties groups. You know, there's Pat Boone. I'm getting a little tired of people demonstrating and disrupting things. You know what? Demonstrate all you want. But disruption is another issue.
Oh, yeah, no fighting.
Stay, you know.
Ernie Hudson, who I
Ernie.
saw at a Chiller show. I got a picture with him. I'll put in right about here. I think a lot of them are in cameo parts in that.
God's Not Dead 2. In theaters April 1st. On DVD April 2nd.
Not a joke.
No group rates, apparently.
Did I see the one that was married to Mike Tyson in there?
Robin Givens?
Yeah.
I thought it was Robin Givens. Is it?
Yeah, okay. Either could I. That's what I said. The one that was married.
Michael is manic depressive.
What?
I think, did she say something like that, or bipolar? Yeah, something like that.
Oh boy.
And he just sat there taking it, and then later on after the show, beat her up.
Oh, jeez.
I don't know. All right, let's move on to Miles Ahead. Oh, this one has all the makings of another piece of garbage. Directed by Don Cheadle, starring Don Cheadle and Ewan McGregor, a real actor. As is Don Cheadle. I don't want to say he's not a real actor. He's a real actor.
It's a real actor with a bad wig in this one.
Well, this takes place, Miles Davis time there. Miles Ahead tells the story of a few lost days, just a few lost days in the life of Miles Davis, the virtuoso, fighter and genius. He's a fighter and genius? As he bursts out of his silent period, conspires with a Rolling Stone writer to steal back his music, and relives the years he had with his great love, Frances Taylor. Rated R for strong language throughout, drug use, some sexuality / nudity, and brief violence.
He's got some of the same wigs on in here that he had in that...
Boogie Nights?
Boogie Nights, yeah.
Yeah, all right, let's go to the next.
Also,
And the next film is... Oh, no.
War Machine, he is also, Dave. You're not familiar with War Machine from the Iron Man series.
I didn't see any Iron Man film after the first one.
He replaced that first guy who...
Terrence Howard?
Terrence Howard. I don't know what the problem was there, but...
Terrence Howard, from what I understood, wanted a little more moolah.
Is that what it was?
That they were unwilling to give, and felt that the character was not significant enough to warrant all the extra cash.
I remember in the first Iron Man, he looked at the prototype suit and said, maybe next time. Well, maybe not.
Well, maybe not.
We get another actor in here.
No, I didn't know Miles Davis was a fighter.
Fighting and shooting the whole thing here.
Maybe that's what it is. He's fighting his way through life. As he becomes a, was he a trumpet player?
What happened to Miles Davis?
I think he's dead.
He's gone.
I could be wrong.
Miles ahead,
But I think he has passed.
Oh, that's a shame.
Let's check our dead list from years ago.
Oh, speaking of, we do have some recent deaths coming up.
Yes.
We should have time. Okay, our next film is The Dark Horse. Kind of an odd film here, Dave. We're so odd I don't have any names for actors here.
Ooh. Let's see if I recognize any.
An emotionally charged and inspiring drama about a man who searches for the courage to lead despite his own adversities, finding purpose and hope in passing on his gift to the children in his community. Rated R for language throughout and drug use. That read doesn't really tell us a whole lot, does it?
No.
And neither did the trailer, as far as I could tell.
Doesn't tell us who's in it, doesn't tell us what the story is really about.
Well, it's a true story. We
No,
can see that.
no.
It's
It is based on an inspiring true story, which basically means you could take any element of this individual's life and twist and turn it any way. You're just inspired by this person.
I would say let's turn up the sound and find out what's going on, but I don't think we need to do that.
No.
She's from Fear the Walking Dead.
Oh, it looks like it, doesn't it? It looks like, so maybe that's who it is. It looks like him without hair.
Right.
Cliff Curtis is in it.
Is that the guy from The Walking Dead?
I don't know, but it's Cliff Curtis.
I'll stand up and cheer if I find out that's the actor from The Walking Dead.
All right. Cliff Curtis.
Yeah, that's him.
All right, stand up, Ed.
This is the best thing that has ever happened
I
to
think
these
he's
kids.
more suited for this than The Walking Dead, and where he looks a little out of place. I don't.
I find it rather chilly in the studio today.
Do you?
I do.
Do you need a heater under the desk?
Well, I might.
I always run hot because of my sinuses.
Sinuses make you run hot?
Well, as you know, Dave, or as you know, after you have years of sinus problems, the sinuses cool down the air and cool your temperature down.
Is that true? I did not know this.
You did not know
I'm
that?
sorry. I've learned something now.
Do you know where the drainage system for the sinuses are? We're all going to learn something
Your
tonight.
anus.
No.
No.
How do the materials drain from your nose? Where are the drainage holes?
Right here.
On the bottom? No, they're on the top. The sinuses drain from the top of your nose into your nose, and then they come out your hole.
Well, that's what I thought you were saying. Where does it drain? I'm thinking this is where I know where it comes out of, and that's when I got something in there. I'm digging through here.
Oh, jeez.
I'm going second knuckle. I'm double knuckling it.
But to get into the nose, the drainage system is on top.
Oh.
I read. And I read in only one place that said this was a bad design of the nose. That it has to drain from the top.
Well, then, God is dead, apparently.
And then I thought, this wasn't implied in the article I read, but why would the drainage system be on top of your nose, Dave?
I don't know.
And it's out of place.
You're going to let us know?
It's just
Or is this just a question?
It's a theory I came up with.
Oh, is
I want
it?
to see if you come up with the same thing.
Why is it at the top of the nose?
The drain is that's why your sinuses get plugged up, because the system is at the top of your nose. It can't get from the sinuses up and then out.
Okay.
Why would the sinus drainage system be at the top of the nose? You're not coming up with...
You're going to have to start sending me some more details as to what the show's going to be about.
Okay.
All right, go ahead. Give me your theory.
Because we're supposed to be bent over looking on the ground for food.
Oh, is that? Oh, and that would clear our sinuses?
As
we forage.
You know, some people say we evolved from other animals.
Okay.
Depending on what you believe at home, but we're supposed to be bent over looking for food, like and then the sinuses would drain properly. But we evolved into upstanding people. So the
or upright people, because I'm not upstanding, I'll tell you that right now.
So the sinuses don't drain right anymore. That makes sense to me,
okay.
Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Also, all our major organs are exposed here, where we're supposed to be bent over and they'd be protected.
But we have that rib cage.
We do, but most animals are down, where they're more all the guts are. So that's what I thought. But then that would... you'd have to follow evolution to come up with those things.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Ed, anthropologist.
Doesn't that make sense?
It makes sense.
Nobody. I only read that the thing was designed poorly. That's the only. There was no.
And that's why the human centipede would live on.
It would. The human centipede is designed properly.
Right. No sinus problems.
Except their noses are in everybody's asses.
Except for the first one.
All right.
All right, let's move
on.
on.
So I came up with that. You didn't come up with that. theory.
Well, you know, I had given enough time to think about it. I'm sure I still would not have come up with that.
No, okay. So did we do all our movies?
Yeah, we did. Let's move on. DVDs?
DVDs.
And you have stories. Well, I don't know if we're going to get to these. Let's move.
Well, we can always do stories next time. We got into many other things tonight, including sinus drainage.
Yes, that's very important. See, you know what? Rich Morell is right. Information is key to this show. Now, if he has sinus problems, you may have just cleared it for him.
If you have sinus problems at home, don't buy all these medications. Bend over your bed and let your head drain down.
So if I see him in the concourse on all fours, I'll know why.
Oh, my. Oh, gotta take a drink of water.
There you go. Hateful Eight, just out.
Hateful Eight, I'd like to see this film at home where it was intended because it's like a long film. And I don't think there was a lot of action. I think it takes place in this one cabin mainly. So that's good to see at home, I think.
Is it?
Even though he filmed some of it in 70 millimeter, which is not being released.
No, that's not conducive to home viewing. All right, what's next? Pigs.
I never heard of this. This is from the 70s, Dave.
Yeah, they eat everything. So they put you put whoever you murder, you throw in there, and the pigs will eat it all. There'll be no evidence. Mm-hmm. Well-known fact, Ed. You may know sinuses, but I know about pigs.
I know we saw some of that in Hannibal with the killer boars. This is another 70s film. You ever heard of this one, Dave?
No, but I think I want to get it.
Look at her seductively eating what looks like a Twix bar.
Or a Kit Kat.
Kit Kat.
Look at that. Because I have a lot of time to watch these kind of
Come
movies.
to think of it, Twix and Kit Kat, aren't those similar?
No.
No. What's a Twix?
A Twix is a little cracker covered in caramel and chocolate. A Kit Kat is just like I don't know.
That's a Kit Kat more.
That looks like a Kit Kat.
I'm thinking a Twix is very similar now.
I'm going to disagree with you
I have to get by both and compare.
Okay.
We'll do that later, though.
Sure. Oh, the Gong Show movie.
I remember seeing parts of this.
Is this the one where what's her name exposed her bosoms?
Yes.
J.P. Morgan?
J.P. Morgan.
Is she still alive? I'd like to compare those boobs now to what they were back when this movie was out.
This was 79 or 80.
Because she didn't have her parts were not huge.
No.
They might not be saggy too much.
No.
But I'd like to kind of measure them.
Okay, we'll send an email.
Sure.
JP
Maybe she'll send
Morgan.
us a picture. I don't think she's shy. I think she'd do it.
Did you run and get a Gong Show theme? Son of a gun, I saw him running over there. I forgot to send over any potential sound effects. But son of a gun, he found a Gong Show theme over there because I wrote it down on my... I don't think we have a lot of TV shows on our DVD releases.
All right, now what's next, Ed? What do you got next? What's in the hopper for next?
We have deaths. We have... No, let's save those. There's not a lot of deaths, but we want to have... Let's still spend time with the game. We can do deaths next time.
But then more deaths will happen, and we won't have them on.
Well,
I guess either way, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter at this point.
The next 4 shows is just going to be whatever deaths we have.
We have to mention one name that came only moments after I finalized the death disc.
All right, but we'll do that when...
If he had passed on a little earlier, he would have made the disc.
That son of a...
And I don't think he's worth it to add him to the next batch. So.
He's not worth it? I'm sure his family's glad to hear that.
We'll just mention that. And if you have the Rockford Files theme over there, we'll play that in honor. All right.
Is it the time for the poster pairs game?
It is already.
It's the poster pairs game where you, but not Rich Morell apparently, because I don't remember ever getting an entry from him, so do it. This is where you send in an email with 2 numbers from 1 to 6. We select your name, we reveal what's behind the 2 numbers you give us, and if they match, you win 2 free movie passes, and if you write spin the wheel, we'll spin the wheel, you can win up to 10 tickets.
I see the producer looking furiously around for some music he probably plays for this that he lost while looking for the Gong Show theme.
Well, it could be. All right.
Okay, we're filled up. Pretty good for early in the year, Dave.
Yeah, there you go. Now, what are you going to tell me to do?
Pick a number. Pick an entry. Get a good one.
Right. Only because Fast Times was just on.
I saw the beginning of that.
And I saw that part where the pizza.
You finally saw that?
I saw that.
30 years.
Yes.
I have to watch that again because that's the edited version we saw on AMC. That's not the proper way to see that.
Lawrence Katz.
Okay.
4 and 6. And spin the wheel.
4 to 6.
So this is good because he wants to spin the wheel. 4 and 6.
Okay, and we got plenty of time if we're going to spin the wheel.
Oh, don't cheat. Don't cheat.
Did you see me cheat? No, you couldn't.
I couldn't. I could.
Oh. I was hoping for a match there. Oh, that reminds me, I have to buy some 8x10 photo paper so I can make some new posters up.
Okay.
I don't have any 8x10 paper.
I'd wait till 2017.
Wait till that one.
Sorry, Lawrence, you didn't win. But for those of you that want to enter, and I know there's thousands of you out there that want to do that, send an email to mediazone95@gmail.com. That's mediazone95@gmail.com. 2 numbers from 1 to 6. And send that in, and if you win those, you match, you get spin the wheel. If you're right, spin the wheel, and this is what could happen. You could take those 2 tickets, and you have 1 chance to turn it into 10. I'm being very disrupted by the producer over there. 2 chances to win 6, 2 chances to win 4, 6 chances to keep the 2 you originally won, 5 chances you lose 1, 2 chances you lose them both. And there you go.
What is it you were looking for, producer? Something, not the music.
The case.
The case for the music?
Yeah. I'll find it.
Oh. Case we don't have to worry about as long as you have the actual music or whatever you're doing.
Well, you got 3 minutes, Ed. What do you want to say? You got any stories that can be worth 3 minutes?
Oh, let's just recap the Oscars quick because
okay,
that's a while ago now.
Right.
Did you watch the Oscars or any portion of them?
Oh, I watched almost all of it.
It seemed to be going quick. That was a joke, I'm sure.
It was.
It seemed to be going quick, but by God, it was almost 4 hours, I think.
Oh.
And the one disappointment was that Sylvester Stallone did not get the Oscar. And that guy came out of nowhere. I thought everybody canceled themselves out pretty much. But this guy, did you see that spy film? Not yet, right?
Which one? What's the name of it?
Bridge of Spies?
No.
No. Anybody in the production booth? No.
Production booth?
I wonder how long that guy is in it. Here's a guy, he's probably a good actor, this guy, whoever it is.
You don't even know his name?
I don't know his name.
Okay.
But, geez, give Sylvester Stallone his Lifetime Award, which he'll probably get in a few years. Dave says no. And that, did anybody see that Mad Max, which raked up all kinds of awards?
Nope.
Nope. And then we had the director, I think we got most of our picks, the director of that Revenant.
He won. Didn't he win for Birdman last year?
Yes. Too? But the film was a surprise. It was that the child abuse from the priest one, which I can't think of the name of right now.
Big Show?
Not The Big Show. That's the financial thing. I forget the name of the...
Yeah, like, great. A movie show. We don't know any movies. Oscars. The pinnacle, and we can't even name
the
Oscar. The films.
What's the one with the abuse? It was a one-word title, I believe. The Investigation?
No.
The Room?
Not The Room. She won, though, the actress in that. All right, we'll tell you next time. We'll get on Google.
Wait a minute, but it was about the newspaper.
Yeah, the newspaper was
that investigating, like the Boston Globe or the Boston...
Boston, yeah.
The Boston some paper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it was.
I can't...
One word.
Yeah, maybe 2 words.
But see, it's okay for me not to know because I don't make any claims to have seen any films.
Must not. I know the film was impressive, but the title apparently was. We'll have to look that up.
Mark Ruffalo was in it.
Yeah, they were all in it.
Michael Keaton was in it.
Michael Keaton, yeah.
All right. Good night, everybody.
All right, we'll see you next time. If you know the name of that film, write in. We'll check Google.
Yeah, we'll check in 2 seconds. We'll know for next week.
We'll see you next time. Not The Revenant.
No.